Hi, I've had this little wood easel that I had gotten at the Dollar Tree probably a couple of years ago. That's just been kind of tucked away in my stash of wood pieces, and I thought today this might be a fun one to put together. So what I'm doing here is a little word board. Now, mind you, this little easel, it's not real tall. It's probably about, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches tall, maybe 6 inches, probably, maybe eight, I don't know. Anyway, so the background that doing here is a piece of paper that I had just hand painted myself. I watered down some acrylics and just did some different colors that I like that make my heart happy. And just to design, let it dry, and then I cut it out so that it could be my background. Then I have these different words that I'm going to put on here that are rub-ons. And I had gotten the rub-ons at Dollar Tree and for $1.25. And I went through and just picked out some words that I wanted my word board to reflect my value of my family and my friends, and my value of my relationship with Jesus Christ. And those three things, faith, family, and friends, are the world to me. They really are. And so I've just been rubbing these on. And you'll notice when you rub sometimes on these, you gotta give it a good rubbing to have them stay. But they peel off so easy and they look so nice and clean and crisp. But every so often as you rub, you might find that a piece didn't adhere quite like you thought it had when you're pulling it up. So you may have to lay it back down and go over that piece again just to fill it in. But other than that, doing rub-on transfers is pretty easy. And I'm sorry about the shaking. No, we are not having an earthquake here in Omaha, Nebraska. This is my rub and buff shaking technique. So no fears here. And some of the words that I picked on this, the one I'm working on there is strength. I get a lot of strength from my relationship with God, my relationship with my family, and my relationship with my friends. I cherish them all. I cherish them all. Don't know what I would do without the wonderful people that we have in our life. And then I have just wanted to remind myself when I look at this to always make sure I celebrate the happy moments. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. And I sometimes get so caught up in the day-to-day, I'll forget somebody's birthday or things like that. And I'm hoping this year that I'm going to do better on that now that I'm sitting here at home. I don't know how long I'll be at home, but, I'm probably going to go into at least partial retirement and maybe only work a few hours a week once I'm able to do so after I get the release from the doctor. But celebrating with others, not just celebrating my own success. Celebrating the success of my family and my friends. And then extend grace. The grace that God has extended us we need to extend that to the people around us. Because boy, sometimes people can sure, get things to where we can get ourselves in different attitudes and things, but just to extend grace, let go of what's happened in the past and look forward to the future. Spirit. Our family has spirit. Oh my gosh. I talk about spirit. I talk about we can. You get some of us going with different ball games on TV or in person. You're going to see our spirit. My husband, who's always was more the laid back type of personality, his spirit really comes out when he watches his grandson playing basketball, let me tell you. Got a lot of Husker fans in our family, and They do have a lot of spirit for football, basketball, volleyball, all those type of things. Creighton Blue Jays. Oh my gosh, do we have spirit. Remind me of the cheer when I was in Pep Squad. We've got spirit. Yes, we do. We've got spirit. How about you? That would kind of define our family. And boy, can we laugh together. Oh my gosh. Clear my extended family, all of us, we can laugh. I am so thankful for laughter. My family, we can laugh at just about anything. And the best part is my mother, I know we got this piece from her. Now, some of us have it more than others do in our family. But to be able to laugh at ourselves and, don't always take everything so seriously. Sometimes when you're going through the hard times, finding something to laugh about during that time can really lift your spirits. I have so many stories of that. But my mom had the great ability to laugh at herself. Dad, not so much. Dad loved to joke. Dad was a jokester and good humor, and we used to have so much fun with Dad. But if he was going to be the brunt of the joke, you sometimes you didn't see the glee like he did if he wasn't the brunt. But my mom, oh my gosh, she didn't care. So I'm thankful for that. And we have hope. We have hope in the Lord. We have hope when hard times come, that good things are going to come around. And that God's going to get us through them, the hard times. That strength and trust. Trust is so important in the family and friendship relationships to me. If I have trust, and I know I can trust someone, you are my forever friend. Cherish those moments that we have. Here I'm fixing a little spot where the Y didn't pull up just correctly off of when I was rubbing it on. So I just took my little teeny tiny marker and go in and fix it. So you can't even tell the difference from that. See that little spot there in the middle? You can't really read it, but it says good times. And then dream down at the bottom. Dream, dream, dream. And then whatever we do, always remember to seal our words in kindness. Be kind to people, be kind to one another. And if that doesn't always happen, having the strength to go back and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. Are we good? Give me a hug. Let's go on. Let's move forward. So here I put my Mod Podge on the board. And I should have done it probably a little bit thicker, but maybe not. Start at the bottom and just in the bottom first so that I could make sure I get it on straight. And then just went up. This paper was heavier, so this piece didn't adhere quite as well as like just a regular piece of scrapbook paper will. And I realized that after I got finished because there was quite a few bubbles and things, little air bubbles in it. But I'm hoping once it's fully dry, some of those will come out because usually it does. But I think it's just because of the thickness of the paper. Here I go, just trimming off that edge so none of that excess is showing. Giving it one more press down. Making sure not to rub my rub-offs. Not to rub my rub-ons off. Then I have this little ribbon. It's kind of a denim-y color. Velour, but not quite a velour. I'm not even quite sure what it is, but it's a real soft piece. And I tried to cut it in half so I can just, what I do here, and you'll see in a minute, is I'm just going to put that on the top and the bottom where the wood is showing. And actually, after I was all done, I could have just left it with the wood there. But I just thought I'd add another element to the piece here. So, got that trimmed to where it should be. Get the glue gun out. Just add that up there like a border. And trim off that little piece on the edge there. And then we go down and we're going to do the other side. I enjoy creating things that have meaning to me. Those are the pieces that I usually hang on to and enjoy looking at. So I know going forward, whenever I look at this, I'm going to remember when I made it, and I'm going to remember all the blessings that I have in my life. I probably could have put another small word there up there underneath celebrate, kind of to the side of it in that spot, but you don't have to have every inch of it filled up. I have to remind myself of that. Know when enough is enough. I struggle with that sometimes. Now I'm going to add some of that Duraclear satin varnish just to go over it, because I don't want those little rub-offs to come off, and I don't want any paint to get wet and smear off at some point. So just doing a quick brush with that.